Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about content predictions for a likely festival dropping tomorrow here in NBA 2K26 My Team. Before we hop into the video, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help me push towards the 50,000 subscriber mark on the channel. I upload every single day, multiple videos a day. We'd really appreciate it if y'all do subscribe. Without further ado, let's go ahead and let's get right into today's video. So 2K will likely drop a festival tomorrow. Reason that I say that with almost certainty or definite confidence, I guess, is because realistically the Power Festival came out at the beginning of Season 6, so that was with no break from the festival those last 2 weeks of Season 5, which was the Bracket Busters Festival, and then obviously Season 6 had the Power Festival, which came out, of course, 2 weeks after the Bracket Busters. Am I right about that? It was 2 weeks, right? No, it was 2 weeks after the Bracket Busters Festival, and then immediately 2 weeks after the Power Festival, as soon as that one ended, we got the Void Festival. So no breaks between the last few festivals, which makes me think we're not going to get a week-long break between this festival as well, in addition to the fact that King of the Court rewards have not been updated, which generally indicates that there is going to be a festival as well, because there will be an event piece that they're not going to show before the festival has been announced. That is my reasoning as to why we are going why I think we're going to get a festival. If y'all hear any sort of background noise in this video, by the way, my daughter is currently laying on my chest because she is not wanting to sleep herself. So I'm trying to record this video with her on my chest instead so that she won't cry too much and I can get this one done. But hopefully she doesn't make too much noise. If she does, I do apologize. Just try to get the video done. That being said, let's get into the video. I have 2 Invincible predictions, 3 100 overall predictions, and a Dark Matter prediction, or sorry, 5 Dark Matter predictions. What that will look like in terms of what those cards are, I'm really not sure. I'm intrigued to see, but as of right now, I don't think, I mean, I don't know, man, we'll see. But realistically, I think there could easily be more cards, obviously, than these. But I have, what, 10 players that I'm predicting here, and they all do happen to be like non-current players. They're all historic players. That was not really intentional when I was putting together this list, but I put together the list and then I looked at it and I was like, it's all historic players. That probably won't be the case. I doubt we'll see all historic players, but you never know. That being said, these are the names that stood out to me. So we'll start with the Dark Matters. I have 5 specific Dark Matter players, and the first Dark Matter is a player who has not gotten a card since Season 1 when he got a Diamond Wild Gem at the beginning of the game and was an absolute beast, but has not gotten a card since then. That is Ron Harper. Paul George Escape. Really nice jumper, versatile defender. This card was one of the best point guards in my team, period, early in the year. I loved this card. A lot of other people liked him as well. He was extremely elite, and definitely a guy that if he gets another card could again be really good at the point guard position. He's not quite as big as a Dyson Daniels, but I could see him being similar to Dyson in terms of elite level, versatile defender, capable slasher, really good jumper, but with maybe some extra sigs as well. Like an inch shorter but extra sigs would be a completely fine trade-off for me. A Dark Matter Ron Harper would have the potential to easily be one of the best attainable point guards in the game as a two-way force, a guy who would be pretty much guaranteed to have, I mean, they'd probably change his shot, but his shot he already has is pretty good. So a different jumper in addition to I would say improved sigs and stuff like that. I think you could definitely be looking at a really high level option at the point guard position. I may or may not have picked 5 Dark Matters, 1 in each position, so I'm going to go position by position here. The shooting guard Dark Matter that I predicted is similar to Ron Harper in that he has also not gotten a card since the beginning of the game, that being Bruce Bowen, who, again, has not, as far as I'm aware, I do not believe I'm missing a Bowen card, I don't think. But I don't think he has a card above Diamond this year. A 6'7", Elite 3-and-D guy. Very capable option on the defensive end of the court, especially. Obviously, offensively, he could be really good too. Would, of course, need different sigs and a better jumper and all that type of stuff. That's going to be true about all these cards at this point in the year, though, pretty much. And he's the type of guy that, if done properly, again, could be an Elite 3-and-D shooting guard with a lot of versatility, a lot of capability. Now, we have a lot of good shooting guards, to be fair, already in my team, but I could see a Bowen card being another really good free option. The small forward that I have predicted, I don't believe has gotten a card since, I think, Season 3, and that is Danny Granger, who has this pink diamond card. You'll notice that the guys that I predicted as well, not only are they all, I guess, non-current players. Not that that was intentional, but they are additionally, what I think is nice is they're all guys who haven't gotten cards in quite a while. So Granger, again, makes sense for more reasons than one. I think logically, just the fact that he hasn't gotten a card in a while makes him more likely to get a card. He's a 6'9" small forward. Wouldn't be surprised if he was small forward shooting guard instead of small forward power forward, which would make him really good if he could play the shooting guard position, especially if 2K gave him a good jumper and some good versatility defensively and things of that nature, which of course at this point in the year, Dark Matter Danny Granger would be a very complete, very good option, but especially if he could play shooting guard. 6'9", depending on the SIGs they give him, could wind up being one of the best shooting guards in the game. So that'd be kind of cool. We will see whether or not that winds up being the case. Not the 4/3, because again, I would expect this card at this point in the year to be able to play the 3. It's another guy who hasn't gotten a card in a while. I think he was somewhere here in Season 4. And that is, yes, there he is. Mixtape Season 4, Sean Kemp. We have not gotten a Sean Kemp card in quite a while as well. Now, obviously, this card could play small forward. If he gets a Dark Matter, obviously, will also be able to play small forward, but could, again, be a very, very high level, very versatile option. At the 3, of course, we need to change jumper. His shot's not good, so if they don't change his jumper, he's not going to be good in general, but with the change jumper, again, you're looking at a 6'10", big, versatile, athletic small forward, great finisher, well-rounded defender. Again, the small forward position is another position with a ton of high-level, attainable options and even some good free cards, but a Sean Kemp would be yet another good option. And it's a guy who, again, I think is a popular player in my team as well, which certainly wouldn't hurt. Moving on to the last player here, and it's a little bit of a niche player, and by a little bit, I mean a lot of it. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to find the card. I believe it is a Gems in the Game card, but it might be a wild gem. And honestly, I don't know what overall he is. I don't know where I'm going to find this card, to be completely honest. Chuck Nevitt. Y'all may not have heard of Chuck Nevitt. I actually have two names. I have Chuck Nevitt and Pavel Podkolzin, I believe is how you pronounce that. I'm sure I butchered that second name. These are both 7'5" centers that have gold cards. Okay, so Chuck's is actually a hidden gem card. I just pulled it up on 2KDB, so he's somewhere in here. But both those guys, here's Pavel as well. He's right here, and I guess Simbalar as well, theoretically. But the Pavel was one of them at 7'5". And then Chuck Nevitt is, they're all tall. This is so funny. All the 70 overall hidden gems are tall guys. This guy Goodmudson, I think, is 7'2" as well. Any of these 4 guys, give us any of these 4 guys as a Dark Matter. They could be so good. We can get these like super souped guys who were never good in the NBA, but could be really good cards in 2K. Especially Pavel, Chuck, or Sim. All 3 of these guys are 7'5", so any of these 3 would be super glitchy, but especially these 2. Because Sim's a guy that 2K is probably going to put in packs at some point because of the name value in 2K and the fact that he's had good cards in the past and stuff like that. But a good Chuck Nevitt, a good Pavel Podkolzin, however you pronounce that name, that would be super duper cool. So that is my other prediction for the Dark Matter. I did not realize this video's already been going on for 8 minutes. It's going to be a longer one than I anticipated. My apologies. But moving on to the 100 overalls, 100 overall point guard, another card from the mixtape set. Hasn't gotten a card above Galaxy Opal. Penny Hardaway could be an Invincible as well, but I don't feel like he's quite enticing enough for 2K to make as an Invincible at this point in the year. They certainly could. It wouldn't shock me if he was an Invincible, but I'm saying 100 overall Penny, 6'7" point guard would be really good. Would be similar to Josh Giddey from the last festival in terms of a high level point guard option. Shooting guard coming from season 4 as well in the All-Star Hype Drop is this Glenn Rice Dark Matter card. Would not be surprised at all yet again if we see a 100 overall Glenn Rice. I'm saying in the festival. Could also be Dominic Wilkins. Dominic Wilkins or Glenn Rice. Either one of those 2 guys makes sense to me as guys who could be that type of shooting guard option in a festival as well. Could be really, really solid. But again, wouldn't probably be attainable. And then the big man for the 100 overalls. The guy that I decided to go with is 100 overall Artist Gilmore. It could easily be like 100 overall Big Z, 100 overall Mark Eaton, 100 overall Rick Smits, 100 overall, et cetera, et cetera. But I think they're going to give us one of the better known big name giants. And again, probably not going to be attainable, but we can cross our fingers and hope that I'm wrong about that and that these 100 overalls wind up being more attainable than the last 100 overalls in the Void Festival and obviously the previous festivals as well. And then finally, we move on to the Invincibles. I got 2 Invincibles. One of them's a legend. One of them's a 2K legend more than anything else. Jonathan Bender is going to be one of my 2 Invincible player predictions. I understand he is not the type of player in terms of real life that you would expect to get a card in a festival as a headlining player. But he's a 7-foot small forward with a 7'4" wingspan, so I'm not sure that matters that much. 2K would love to drop somebody else similar to a, and he also, by the way, has a gold hidden gem card, so 2K does have his rights again. This year is what that means. But yeah, again, could just be super duper glitchy. Such a guy who could be such a versatile quality option at the shooting guard position, or sorry, at the small forward position. I hope he can't play shooting guard, but it wouldn't shock me if he could, honestly. But Invincible, Jonathan Bender is another one of those guys, like a 2K glitch card that 2K could try to make some money off of, basically. And then the other player is obviously more of an NBA legend, and I think is also the most recent player that I predicted here in terms of having actually gotten a card recently. That being 100 overall Wilt Chamberlain. The thing about 100 overall Wilt, though, his release sucks and he's got basic SIGs. I'm sure if he gets an Invincible, neither of those things will be true. He will all of a sudden have an elite release and elite SIGs and will be way, way, way better than this 100 overall is. So I think Invincible Wilt would be like the headlining name for this festival, and that is my prediction for the final festival reward. That being said, that is going to do it for today's video. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below what y'all think of my predictions and who you think maybe I missed out on that could be involved in a festival. Who would you like to see in a festival is another good question. But hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.